On this channel, we talk about how to achieve freedom through health and wealth. Today's video is about the 3 categories you must achieve to maximize, optimize, and harmonize your health. And if you make it to the end, I'll reveal the simple process that over 600 of my students have used to feel great, look good, and perform mentally and physically at an elite level. If you've been struggling to become healthier or aspiring to, then today I'm going to share the 3 categories of health and exactly how to improve all 3 categories for maximum well-being. So it goes like this. First category, the looks aspect. This category is for bodybuilders with big muscles, but typically don't feel that good in their own bodies, which leads me to my next category. Category 2, how you feel in your own body, having high levels of energy. This is also where the woo-woo crowd, etc., where the super spiritual people that lack maybe a good physique, there's the type that you may not want in say a back alley fight. Category 3, performance. These are the athletes. They perform fantastic, but oftentimes they're running and burning the candle at both ends to perform at that level. Not all, but most. For example, did you know that most NBA players don't make it past 60 years old? Crazy. Look it up. Now, I know there are some people who have the aesthetics and the performance. Then there are some who feel great and have performance, and some who have aesthetics and feel great. But I want you to have all 3 categories unlocked so you feel great, look good, and perform at an elite level, both mentally and physically. So to make this happen, I've created a 3-layer pyramid, which is just really for people to understand. It's not set in stone. It's just a tool for understanding. With each layer of importance, right, from the foundation, building a big, wide foundation and deep foundation allows us to build a tall building for these 3 categories. So at the foundation of the pyramid, I struggle when I use the word pyramid because it has such terrible connotations, but hopefully you guys know exactly what I mean. At the foundation of the pyramid, you see, well, we have energy, which is the true currency of life, or true money. Not currency, but money of life. Because without it, you can't even get yourself out of bed in the morning, play with your kids, or even work at that job that you're hustling at to get money. So we have to understand what gives us energy, which are movement. And I'm not talking about lifting heavy weights in the gym, but I'm talking about more natural rhythmic movements like dancing and gardening and walking. Then obviously water, because we are 70 more, 80% water, probably more. But I'm talking specifically about structured water, not just any water. And go ahead and look up the water in your city. There's resources for that in pretty much every city, and you'll know exactly what I mean. Not all water is the same. Then I'm talking about sun energy, air, right? How we interact, how we breathe, how the air goes in and out. Food, specifically minerals, laughter, love and connection, and sleep, of course, getting the proper rest. In this foundational level, we have to be aware of what I call credit energy, or energy on credit, which are the things that steal or borrow energy from the future and give it to us now on credit, but we have to pay for it later. So think of things like caffeine, alcohol, drugs, processed sugar, which really is probably the most widely used drugs, but that's another video. They give us energy now, but it's on credit. So we got to pay for it later. And usually what happens is you get a ton of energy now and then you feel extremely deficient in the future. Well, you're paying for that. Then we have the second layer, which is consumption. And no, I'm not talking about the food that we eat because we've already covered that in the first level, foundational level. It's about the things that we see, the things that we speak, the things that we touch, the things that we hear. And most importantly, how these things are the foundation of our self-talk and our belief system, the voice in our head. Because that's really how we construct, again, our self-image and our self-belief. Now that we reach the top of the pyramid, and this is where most people tend to focus in the fitness industry without touching the base. And honestly, if you build a giant building on a weak foundation, you are in trouble. The worst part is they jump to that level, but they don't even do it well. So what I propose and what I look at is, how do we optimize that? How do we optimize the top level, which is movement? And that is things like posture, how we hold our body in space, how we walk, our gait cycle, how we run, how we throw, how we jump, the most natural movements that we need that most of the time we don't even train in the gym. We're doing something totally different that doesn't translate to how we utilize these things in real life. In a nutshell, it's about alignment with physics and gravity and natural laws. If you've made it this far, then you might be a bit overwhelmed or confused about where to even start. The point where all my students inside the CTN Health and Wealth Academy start is the process I call the gut right system that works regardless of if you are a pro athlete, an entrepreneur, or my lovely grandmother. This gives your whole system a proper vacation that it deserves, where you can rest, refresh, repair, rewire, reground, and remove things that shouldn't be there and to be replaced by things that should. It really helps reestablish the gut-brain connection, which are the two gods, if you will, that will show you the path to your own individual well-being, because we're all unique creatures. Regardless of how perfect your health is, chances are you believe in certain things that an indoctrinated doctor or so-called expert has told you, or somebody that has bought into the system as is, and we all know the system ain't working. So we do this process to really get out of our own way and cut the noise. Now, I want to make it crystal clear that I'm not your typical health guru prescribing what I think is best for you, because we're all really unique. What I'm prescribing is a process to, and let me be careful with the word prescribing there. I do not prescribe them. This is just for education purposes. What I'm saying is this process helps us to reconnect with our gut and our brain, the two guys in us, so you know what is best for you. And if any one of my students will tell you that have been through this process, that things become very, very clear after a while. Trust me, when you cut the noise and remove the junk in the system on all levels, it actually becomes super, super clear on what the next step is for you to improve your vitality, look, and performance. And even if it's not clear, that's why we're here, and I'm here, and our whole team is here to help you out. So go ahead and tap in with us, and I appreciate you watching this video all the way through. Thank you for your time this time, and until next time, peace.